Yo! Day 24 of my 30-day challenge, where I run 10 kilometers per day and just 10 workout. I'm currently 2 kilometers into today's run. Got a new haircut. Here we go. I don't know whether you can see Mullet style, baby. Mullet man right now. And by the way, if you didn't know, the mullet gives you extra speed. Great speed and pace, baby. I'm enjoying this one. But for now, let's dig deep. I'll smash this run. And then I'll tune in later. You also see the workout for today. And we'll talk about the workout. It's going to be a great day. The weather is a bit better today as well. Nothing else to say. I'll speak to you in a bit, boys and girls. Let's go. Yo, is that the mullet doing his thing? Look at that fish. Do I look like it? I hope not. But yeah, that was a fast one. Just over 10 kilometers. 5:12 average pace is what my watch is telling me. 53 minutes. Bro, I think that's my fastest 10k. Oh yeah, I enjoyed this one. My god, I do feel fulfilled. It's just, you know, that nice feeling after you finish your run, especially after you've pushed. I did push, not so much though. I feel like I'm getting used to faster paces now. But yeah, I will talk about the run later on. Whew. Now you get to see the workout. You have a screenshot where you can screenshot it yourself. It'll be on the screen. It will be of today's workout. Then you see today's workout, and then as usual we will talk about the workout which was done in the morning and the run that I just finished. Enjoy yourselves, ladies and gentlemen, because I did. Speaking a bit. Hey, what is up? I am back, and you must have just seen the workout. Well, back at my favourite place, this bench and this table. All the recaps for today and the past couple of days are all done from here. But yeah, anyways, let's talk about today's workout, right? Each exercise was done for 3 sets. Started off with my back. Basically, I did a 2-bar row, one of my favorite exercises for my back. nice 45-degree angle. I would say you need to just grab the bar with like a pronated grip, but then you need to make sure that your wrists don't just shift either inward or outward, because this becomes an issue and they will hurt eventually, just because you're doing that while doing the T-bar row. Now what you need to do is have a straight wrist, a straight angle from your wrist to your elbow. This is when you're grabbing and you're performing the row. Okay, you need to have a straight angle as possible. Then another thing, you sort of need to retract your shoulders, because this will provide the stability as well as having a nice stance at your feet. Well, it is a T-bar machine, so the stance is sort of dictated by the machine, so relatively close to the shoulder width stance at your feet. This provides a nice stability. Then, as I said, you retract your shoulders a little bit, because this provides the stability for the movement and for you to be safe at your waist. Don't want to be injuring ourselves, because the T-bar row can be tricky. Now, retracted shoulders also prevent you from using your traps and rhomboids as much for the movement. So if you retract your shoulders, once you bring the weight up to the point where you can actually row with just your lats, this exercise becomes great. Then after the back, we're moving on to the chest exercise. This time I did cable flies. For each set, I placed the cable pulley at a different position. So for the first set, I put it at the highest position possible that is suitable for me. Maybe if you're a bit shorter, you can readjust that, but for me, I place the cable pulley at the highest position that the cable machine allows, basically. Then I go into a split stance, sort of lean forward, and then perform the fly. Once the cable attachments of both hands reach wrist level, I then cross them. You can also hold there for a little bit, like a second hold, and then bring back slowly. But yeah, the high cable flies really hit the clavicular head of your pectoralis major. A killer exercise. Now for the second set, I place the cable pulley at shoulder level, and then I perform sort of like, I would say horizontal fly, but yeah, you place the cable pulley at the level of your elbows, and then you bring the two cables together, and this is great. It provides a great squeeze for the sternal head of the pectoralis major. Now for the last set, I place the cable pulleys at the lowest position, and then perform the fly again. Once the cable attachments reach wrist level, I cross the two cables and then bring back slowly. Again, you can implement a pause, like when the cable is at the highest or at the lowest position, it's a bit easier to involve a pause. The mid-level, it is a bit trickier, but yeah. For the third set, low cable pulley position, you perform from the bottom to the top, and this really hits, again, the sternal head of the pectoralis major and the abdominal head as well. So with this structure of the 3 sets for the cable flies, you hit all 3 heads of the pec major. Then for my biceps, 3 sets of Zottman curls. Lovely exercise. Perform it slowly on the way up, then slowly on the way down. Once you reach that midway position, you then switch from a supinated grip at the top. Then once you reach the midline of the movement, you slowly start to turn into a pronated grip. And this exercise really gets the whole of the biceps muscle group a lovely variation of the curl. So gets the biceps brachialis and brachioradialis. Then for my triceps, 3 sets of seated bilateral dumbbell overhead extensions. You basically sit on a bench straight back, and then you extend the dumbbell over your head. Really gets the long head of the triceps brachii. Now, because you're using 2 dumbbells, you don't really need to go heavy with each dumbbell in each arm, and it can get a little bit tricky maintaining that balance on the way up. So a cue for you would be, once you're going up, you don't really hold that neutral grip. You can slightly pronate both of your hands, and then once you start pronating, because the dumbbells and the hands are so close to each other, you sort of feel that little touch between the 2 dumbbells. This would navigate where you'd need to keep your arms, but you won't really need to do that if you're good at balancing that movement. But it is a good cue for someone that is struggling to maintain balance and sort of gets lost at, oh, where's my left hand, where's my right hand, and just loses coordination. But yeah, great for the long hit of the triceps brachii. Then finally, one of my favorite exercises for my deltoids. This time it was medial deltoid focus with the chest supported dumbbell lateral raises. You perform them slowly, 1 second on the way up, this is where you're fast, then you do a second pause at the top, and then you bring the weights back down slowly and control them. I do it with the 4 kg dumbbells, a lot of reps. Because of the chest supported position, you can really isolate the shoulders and really do some nice damage, you know. I mean, that's how I like to call proactively working your muscles, like doing or dealing damage. This sort of my slang. It's not that I want you to get injured. You obviously know that, but I just wanted to put that out there. But yeah, this is the workout, ladies and gentlemen, for today. Oh, actually, I almost forgot. I also did abs today. So I did oblique cable twists, 3 sets of those, 12 reps. Basically, here you can play around. The way I did them was I placed the cable pulley at the level of my shoulders, and then I twist. This way, you not only get the obliques, but because the cable gets so close to your abdominals as well, because of the level that you place it in, you get your abs involved a lot more. And why I'm saying this, because you can be doing this exercise. If you place the cable pulley at the lowest position or the highest position, then you do a split stance, or you maybe take a step forward, and then you would sort of twist from below or from high above. You still get your obliques, but I do believe that if you place the cable pulley at the level of your elbows, it also gets your abs quite nicely. So I almost forgot the ab exercise, but it was there. Try it out. Now, moving on to the run, just above 10k, and the pace was 5:13. Bro, honestly, I don't know. It wasn't that I even pushed that hard today, you know. It's just that I really enjoyed the run. Kind of felt like it. Great speed and pace. I already mentioned that Paul or saying within the video. Got my new haircut, new style, baby. I told you this gives you more pace. I told you this makes you faster. And yeah, fastest 10k so far, day 24, quite happy. You know, it was, so today is Wednesday, so that would have been, so 6 days ago is the first time I broke below 6 average pace. And then I really pushed. It's actually quite a painful run. Not quite, but it was a painful run. While I'm saying that, my stomach cramped up. I was struggling for breath. I could feel my stomach turning up, wanting me to vomit, but I did push through. I'm sort of making this like sound really horrific and hard, but it wasn't that hard, but I did push myself. And yeah, basically since that point, I've only had one run that I didn't go for a pace that is below 6, an average pace that is below 6. So with that in mind, I wanted to say something that I read in a book by Adam Peaty, The Gladiator's Mindset. You can't evolve. I'm sort of really touching the bits here. I don't remember the exact quote, but basically you can't evolve if you don't push past pain. So those pain points, whenever you've run like 15 days of an average pace of 6 or 6.5, and then you push and it's painful, it's annoying, your stomach cramps up, your calves are about to explode, you feel it in your Achilles, like your toes hurt, whatever it may be, like you're dehydrated. But then you push, you run your 10k or whatever, you lift the weight, or you swim your meters in the pool, whatever you may do, your body is used to something. I was used to running at 6.5 or 6 pace average. Then I pushed, I proved to myself, like my body was physically capable, but my mind was stopping me. I proved to myself that I am physically capable of running an average pace below 6. So since then, only one run was above 6 average pace, you know, and it was 6:05. All the others were below 6. I'm actually consistent at running faster, and that happened for the past 6 days. All from me pushing myself through my pain point. You have to endure some sort of pain, like obviously not masochistic type of stuff. Don't injure yourself. But if you just stack those small wins, like basically you'd go for a run 5 days a week, and 2 of those 5 times basically you push past your limits. Like even if you're holding a pace of 6 for like 30 minutes and then you've got 5 minutes left, well, push and run those last 5 minutes at a pace of 5. You do that twice, then you do that next week, then the following week afterwards, and then suddenly now you've got 4 weeks where you've pushed yourself twice. Just 1% extra effort, but it does compound because you do that twice a week, 2% per week. You do it for a month, that's 8% improvement, and you pushing yourself towards getting better for a whole month. and you will get better. Like, prove that to myself. And I enjoy running faster, and I know I can do it, and I'll keep pushing. Fastest run today in a 10k, 53 minutes. As I said yesterday, my goal is to run a 10k for what's left of that challenge, 6 days. My goal is to run a 10k run and get a time of below 50 minutes, and I'll do that. I must do that. It's gonna be tough, but I will do it. I've been waffling for a while now, but yeah, that's day 24 in the bags, ladies and gentlemen. I will see you for the next video, which will be tomorrow, for day 25. Keep smashing it, boys and girls. Keep striving. Only way forward. Hello and welcome to day 25 of my 30-day challenge, where I run 10 kilometers per day and do a strength workout. I'm currently walking nearly 4 kilometers into today's run, but I decided to go to a place with a bit more uphill. First 2 kilometers were in town, level ground, but then I went into a place with more uphill. They're kicking my butt. I'm taking like a 2-minute break now to do today's intro, but I gotta be honest with you guys, I had to stop for 2 minutes because my cows were about to explode. I have to be honest with what I'm doing. Sometimes those short breaks are needed, and I gotta be transparent. But yeah, I will go on to smash this 10k run for today, day 25. As usual, I'm getting back to it now. So I'll speak to you in a bit. At least there's some nice sun out. But yeah, let's get back to it. Alright, the uphill's done. Sun's up. Time to enjoy this run. Woo! Yeah, birds chirping. Loving it. I wasn't loving it up to a few minutes ago, but it's done is what matters, you know. Let's keep digging in. See you in a bit. Right, because I took 2 minutes rest on the uphill and I moaned about it, I did an extra kilometer. It's time for you to look at the workout, then we'll speak about the run and the workout itself, do a recap of both. So see you in a bit. Switch from my beloved bench because it started raining a bit more heavily. Yeah, let's talk about today's workout. Basically, I decided to give some rest to my back and shoulders. My shoulders were a bit tired, and I also included an incline bench press today, so they get involved in that as well as push-ups. So I decided to give my shoulders a bit of rest and then work them hard tomorrow again I have some, I really want to do a shoulder press, like a dumbbell shoulder press or a Smith machine shoulder press. Really want to include that. And basically I need my shoulders to be rested for those, or a shoulder tricep. But enough talking about the future. Decided to rest my back and my shoulder for today. But today's workout, I started it with 3 sets of an incline bench press, really working that upper chest. I went for 3 sets at around 85% of rep max. Like, there was an oopsie in the second set, so basically I completed the reps. Nothing when it comes to me having issues with pushing the weight. Then I bring the bar back up, I attach it, but then as I'm moving out, I sort of slide it out, and then the weights fell down. Thankfully, I'm okay, no injuries, no one else was injured. But yeah, stuff like that happened. But I'm just showing you the clip of it, so you know that it can happen to anyone. Not that I'm the strongest guy out there, but it can happen to anyone. If you're a beginner and you're wondering what would happen if you fail a bench press, well, it can happen. It's better for it not to happen, but it can happen, and you can see an example of it. Now, that's the first exercise, 3 sets of those, 85% rep max. I did for 4 reps per set. Then I went into push-ups, just regular push-ups, really working the chest. Now, I've said it before that my chest is one of my weaker muscle groups. I really need to grow my chest, so it's been recovering quite well considering how much I've been working it out. I've probably rested my chest once up until this point, and we're 25 days in. So I'm really trying to hammer my chest out, get it big. Also, the fact that I rested my back means that I had to replace that amount of work with something else. So another chest exercise, which amounts to 6 sets of volume for my chest for today. Then I went on to a superset for my biceps and my triceps. Basically, I used the curved bar, I went onto the cable machine, and then I performed the biceps cable curls. You sort of slightly bend at the knees, but then you still have a straight back. This way you sort of protect your lower back, because otherwise if you're just standing upwards, like, the stance is quite narrow at your feet, and basically you can experience some sort of pain in your lower back if you don't bend at the knees and then keep the straight back. So this can be a bit tricky, but overall quite a good exercise, especially when you do it in a superset, because I found that the cables can be demanding, but they're not as demanding as free weights when it comes to working the biceps. At least that's my opinion. So curved bar, biceps, cable curls, combined with underhand triceps push down. Basically, you stretch at a 45-degree position, keeping a straight back as possible. I like the underhand grip when it comes to tricep push downs, because it gives you a slightly bigger range of motion. Otherwise, if you're just pushing with an overhand grip, I found that you sort of get the bar to your thighs a bit quicker. This is why I prefer the underhand grip. And yeah, this exercise really works the lateral head of your triceps brachii, combined with the biceps exercise, makes up for a great superset. Basically, I would recommend it to anyone. If you'd like to try it out, include it into your workout routine. I finished the workout with 3 sets of hanging knee raise plus a knee twist on the left plus a knee twist on the right. Each one of those counts as 1 rep, and I do 3 sets of those, and today I aimed to go between 12 and 15 reps in total. And that's the workout, ladies and gentlemen. Now let's talk about the run. Today I felt a bit more soreness in my legs. I went out with the intentions of having slow first 2 kilometers. I had a slow-ish 6.5 averaging first kilometer, then I went up. I'm still struggling with keeping the same level of pace, just controlling my pace. This is what I struggle with. I need to work on that. I went a bit faster, and at that point I was like, okay, I mean, I was trying initially to be slower for the first 2 kilometers and then go faster for like 2 to 3 kilometers, and then a bit slower again, and then finish off fast. Like, have an interval based approach for today's run. Obviously it didn't work out because of my lack of skills when it comes to maintaining a certain pace. I went off running too quick, and basically I had a great idea of just pushing myself with like an uphill part of the run, which isn't something crazy. It's somewhere between 1 kilometer to 1.5 kilometers of uphill, But at that point, because I had soreness in my leg at the beginning, and then that uphill really got to my calves, and I had to have a couple of minutes of break, like just walking. And I hate to have that because I just really want to go and smash the 10K, you know. I don't want to be missing out on running, on kilometers, and just have breaks. I want to go, smash it, really dig deep, challenge myself and get better, which ultimately impacted my pace overall for the run. And I was a bit slow, I was more tired after that uphill. I felt the soreness in my legs a bit more even when I went downhill, and then once I went onto level ground, that's when I picked it up, and I managed to have an average pace of 5:51 for this run. But because of my break, I decided to sort of punish myself with an extra kilometer, and I ran 11 kilometers instead of 10 kilometers today. The pace isn't terrible, but again, I had soreness in my legs, and then that uphill really not ruined, but negatively impacted the run in my opinion. Uphills are useful, but when you're prepared for them. Right now, that wasn't the case. And you know, I've been talking about just going 10 kilometers sub 50. Well, today wasn't the day to push that. Even from the beginning, I subconsciously tried to do that, and I would have, for sure, I would have been around an average pace of 5 if I had just kept running without any uphills like I usually have been doing for the past like 5-6 days. Overall, not the day where I could have got sub 50 10K. I really want to do that, and I know I can, but I've got to be carved up, I've got to be rested. I might need to do the run before the workout. I have a few more days to plan it out, like I've got 5 more days to plan it out, and I'll get it. But yeah, enough waffling, I've been talking for enough time now. Thanks for watching, I really do appreciate it. Day 25 in the bags, workout and run, done and dusted, completed. I'm a bit tired of today, I moaned a little bit, I'm sorry. I definitely don't want to do that, but yeah. It was a bit trickier today, but yeah, who cares. I'll go and smash it again tomorrow. Day 25 is done, tune in tomorrow for day. Speak a bit.